Alrighty, I am back on here. I'm going to go and cash out of these Starbucks here. Okay, I'm going to go pull them off. We're seeing some strength come back into Starbucks. We're about 5 cents below that mark, but with some of the strength that's coming back into it, um, looking to pull it off here, and we'll live to fight another day. We're not getting the follow through that we expected. And this isn't something that I have a lot of time to hold on to and let it work. This is something we were looking for some of that immediate follow through. We haven't gotten it, and so we are going to pull it off. Be about $180 loss here on that. So small loss, and we'll live to fight another day here. So 144 is about the price here. I'll sell my 8 contracts here for about 143 here. I'm just gonna do a market and pop out. Okay, so filled. Looks like we're filled at 142. And 142. Okay, so we sold Starbucks at 142 for a 200 loss. Look, I mean, those of you that want to hold it, I can't, make a great argument to not hold it. But with it kind of going back up above that 79.40 area, I get a little nervous there. We had the selling come in off of that initial open. We're now seeing the buyers step back in. Yeah, could it still go lower? Absolutely, but yeah, move out and look for a different entry here, and so Starbucks basically the case here of no follow through, which has been a little bit of a theme here with chart patterns. It's creating harami action here today, and harami's generally 3 to 5 days to play out. It's something that we don't have 3 to 5 days to let play out. So pull it off and frees us up some nice cash to get into our next trade. XLE holding in here as far as right here around 87, about 35 cents off its highs. We'd like to see, obviously love to see it go negative here today, but you kind of see right up at this gap resistance area. So we'll continue to hold on to that. TLT here, getting a little bit of push down and now pushing back up, down 12 cents here. Nothing even to blink at there with TLT. And SLV kind of near its highs of the day, up about 9 cents. We expect once this breaks 22 for it to be ready to fly, and that would be a very, very solid spot here for it. All right. John, you asked Carl what his takes on the November weekly puts for 43 cents are for Bank of America. I'm not quite sure what his take is. Since I'm on video, I'll give you my take on it. I think they're late now as far as that entry there. I think you're a little bit late to the party now. Still think Bank of America goes lower. I still think Bank of America can push into the 1360 area. But as far as that short trigger on the weeklies that kind of you and I have talked about a little bit, unfortunately, it's late already, which is okay. It's fine. There'll be another. It kind of fell pretty quick, huh? Fell pretty quick, which is a bearish, overall bearish thing there. Yeah, J.P. Morgan keep an eye on this. It's set up the exact same way as Bank of America. Exact same way as Bank of America. And JP Morgan owes me. We have a bearish breakaway potential setting up here on JP Morgan here. Yeah, Max Levitt would take a small loss. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the whole setup here on sbux was, hey, you know what? We get the follow through, we'll have a very decent gain, or we don't get the follow through and it's a small loss, and we live to fight another day. Um, and in a market that's pushing higher, I just for a bearish position, just kind of had to stick with that. Yeah, KMI here, Kinder Morgan here. Some pretty good volumes coming yesterday. I, this is a stock that I have found difficult to trade over the years from a trading standpoint. A buddy of mine I know buys this up. He sells calls on it, and overall it's low, but it's fallen a lot or consolidated a lot simply because of bonds coming off. And so with this being a dividend stock, bonds coming off, it's pulled back. We see the TLT and we see rates go down. This is the kind of stock that's going to hit a big boost that will have that next leg up and potentially to new highs. Obviously, I like positions that are betting on bonds to go up and rates to go down. So, from a fundamental standpoint, I'd be quite bullish here on KMI. And you do have a bottoming pattern that's setting up here, but I can't make real great technical arguments overall. All right, so we cashed out of sbux here. Okay, cashed out of sbux, and we're still in the TLT, XLE, SLV. No plans to change any of those positions here this morning. Carl will be with you for most of the day here today. We'll take a look at some trend riders, some vibes, some other setups that are out there. Again, one of Carl's favorites yesterday, Broadcom, getting a nice gap up here today, triggering a trend rider bull signal. And then one of my favorites, gold miners, to the upside. A nice little dip to potentially be a buyer on things like Newmont and Gold Corp and GDX. And my favorite in the group is AUY. Would love to see this push below 10, come back above 10, and be able to trade it higher from there. All right, well, thanks for hopping on, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.